Yeah, Brian Duncan, sales director at Reliable Power. We're one of the 58 TurnPoint brands, one of only two inside TurnPoint that specifically sell generators. So up until June of this year, I'd worked for TurnPoint for 2 years. So I was director of sales enablement at TurnPoint. I was tasked with getting the rest of the TurnPoint brands onto Hatch.
And can you talk a little bit about why TurnPoint wanted to get brands onto Hatch?
But just because mainly speed to lead and estimate follow up. I mean, the amount of muscle that it takes to get a human being to follow up with a customer via voicemail, phone, and text on both speed to lead and estimate follow up is just too much work. So to be able to automate that, we were able to close that gap and make sure no matter if a human was making touches to a customer, our automated system was making touches to a customer that made it look like we were on top of it.
What campaigns do you have in Hatch right now?
So every digital lead source we try and put into speed to lead. So we have Angie, we have Yelp, we have our website leads, our Facebook leads, our retail. We're in about 28 Home Depots, so that's where WinGen is pulling in the. We also get leads from Kohler and Generac, so everything there. Sales and service follow-up, we're getting Hatch messages. Post-sale, we're sending an email and a text message from me thanking them for that, letting them know next steps to that. We're also using Hatch as a generator sale appointment confirmation and kind of what to expect on that generator consultation call. We're using that as a one-touch kind of email prior to. We also do some nurture, some older campaigns, some older estimates from like 6+ months ago. And then we also do some cross-sell customers that have done everything with us but buy a new generator. And we also just started doing it for expiring memberships. If an appointment cancels, we can put them into a campaign and send them a text message. And then we also do referrals. Hey, thanks for your business. I know we just completed your install. Here's the referral program we're currently offering. And here's a special even that we're going to offer for the coming months. So
any of those touches across the customer journey, were you doing those before Hatch and manually, or were you not doing them?
The estimate follow-up on service, probably not doing it. And then on sales, it was probably just being done with a phone call and some manual text messages from an ISR. No, we didn't know our response rates. We didn't know what was getting to the customer, if the customer was replying. Like they monitor speed to lead. Like if we send you a lead, how quick are you responding to it? Well, the fact that I have Hatch, I'm responding within 30 seconds. Whether I have people in the office, whether I miss an email, it's text and email and voicemail drop, they're getting it instantaneously. So.
Do you know if, like, since implementing WinGen, you've been able to capitalize on more of those Home Depot and Costco leads?
100%. Our booking rate is up. Yeah, 100%. I haven't pulled those figures, but it's got to be double or triple the booking rate compared to, just calling and trying to book.
How much time would you say you guys save?
To pull that out of the system, go into the system, pull it out, acknowledge it, enter the information service side, and then make the phone call, then type a text message, and then move on to the next one. I mean, it's probably, I would say, at least 8 minutes of time that's been reduced to 30 seconds.
Do you know the impact of Hatch on your close rates?
Yeah, so Hatch on follow-up is adding about 10 to 15% in close rate. So of the unsold estimates, we're capturing another 10 to 15%. Our goal is to get up to 25%, but right now 10 to 15%. So if we go out there and meet with 300 people, we sell 100 of them on the spot, that leaves 200. That means my ISR through Hatch is probably capitalizing on 20 to 25 additional sales, utilizing 90% Hatch.
Are you able to capture a number of what additional revenue you've been able to pull in through cross-selling?
We just started doing that recently. We've created about, in the last 4 months, probably captured 3 new installs. So you're probably talking close to just about $100,000 in 3 months on some cross-sell. 90% of what we do here is generator install and generator service. But once we're able to flip that the opposite side and start cross-marketing to our generator customers what we can do electrically, that's, I think, where we're going to capitalize on some additional revenue and some more appointments there. I mean, just to know that my company or my system is reaching out to my customers and I don't have to rely upon a human being to make sure that I know it's being done. So I know it's out there. It's the message I want it to be. I don't have to worry about a guy typing different messages to different people. Like, we're sending the same message to every customer. I'm able to gauge the response rate. If I make a tweak, I'm able to compare an A and B sample. Like, hey, did I do better? Did I do worse? I can test new campaigns and see if I get a high dropout rate and see if it's not working. Just the contact he gives me with a customer. Yeah, and that personalized email too that I know, I can't send an email to 300 people a month saying thanks for your business or thanks for booking an appointment. I know that everybody, they book an appointment, the next day they book it. The day after, they're going to get an email from me say, hey, thanks so much for booking it. Here's a couple things to expect. Here's what my guy's going to do in the home. Here's who's coming to your house. here's a quick thing about some financing we offer, and here's some price conditioning for you. So I know that even if I booked it too quickly or someone in my office booked it too quickly, they're going to get those points that I want them to see. And if they cancel, they cancel. It's one less appointment I'm going to waste my guy going to. But at least I know I got a solid appointment booked because I've given them all that information done. Every data point and service sign can be pulled into Hatch for some reason or another. So I know there's just several other things. I mean, once you figure out what data point you're looking for and what your call to action is going to be. So if a business did electrical, plumbing, HVAC, generators, you could sit there on a Monday and say, look, our board looks great all week, but Thursday we need plumbing calls. Well, I could, with Hatch, I could create a campaign, pull the customers that I thought would be a good candidate for a plumbing appointment Thursday, send them a special call to action, text, email Monday, Tuesday, and I could probably fill that board, you know. It's more, Hatch is more laser focused versus more just like the, you know, just the shotgun effect. So, you know, to understand the customer and what I tell my ISR all the time is, hey, I'm sending this customer 12 different messages over the next 15 days. Part of your job is to understand which one they reply to, like what got their interest going, and then address it that way. So like if I sent them an email and a text message and an email and then I get a reply from them, I know what drove their interest. I know what they want. I know what that call to action was. So yeah, I can get them booked or sold on what I think they want. And also to see the history of contact we've had with that customer. I think that's key because sometimes my ISR will get an email from a customer and they're able to scroll up and just see the entire conversation we've had with this customer from the get-go sometimes. You know, where a customer calls in and cancels their appointment, we can go right to that text message that we booked it through and kind of see how we booked it and see where we kind of missed and what we need to go back with the customer about and maybe rebook that.
What do you like about working with the Hatch team?
I love that everybody's always attentive. Whatever issue I have, you know, whether it's a campaign or a manual thing, you know, everybody's on it. You know, and if somebody doesn't have the answer for me, doesn't hesitate to find me the answer or get me to the right person that does it. You know, I love that you guys knew you were going to get that Yelp integration going and you got it going.
What would your job be like if you didn't have Hatch?
I mean, to get the amount of contact I need with a customer, I'd probably need another 10 employees doing what we're doing, you know, to manually send it. I probably wouldn't be able to get in touch with as many people. Booking rate would slow down. Our speeds to lead would slow down. Milton hit us for 4 or 5 weeks straight. We were inundated with Kohler and generators. I'm talking beyond the amount anybody could ever call, right? So all I did was tell my call center, grab the lead, acknowledge it, manually put it into Hatch, and send the customer a quick email, and we'll see if we get replies. And we did in October, November, I think specifically tied to Hatch because we were able to adapt to that and beat our competition to book those appointments. I mean, I would go home at night at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I would book 10, 12, 15 appointments myself just through Hatch. And then I knew that they were going to get the email from me saying, hey, thanks for booking. Here's what to expect. Do a little price conditioning, what to expect. And I might get some follow-up, but I was able to book them, I think, faster than anybody else could using that.